So now is how you want to be in this game of life. You want to win this game? You want nothing from this game? You just are content where you at? Life is true to someone else, and life be lifing, and whatever situation you get yourself in, you gotta handle it accordingly. You gotta be smooth to get out of it, because you can't be stressing, depressing. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. And you can't be crashing out, because you might end up in somewhere crazier. What up, everybody? How's all doing? Hope all is well. And if not, hope we get back on track sooner or later, so you can add to your thing. Nah, man. January star. The game of life. It keeps going and going and going. You know? Hey, we reincarnate back to this around, right? If you believe in reincarnation, it comes back around. Other than that, this is that one time. There's one experience. At least the one experience you have as who you are. You know what I'm saying? So it's best to know who you are in this world of confusion, matrix, with all the craziness that's going on. At least if you know who you are, you know certain things to go against, certain things to go with. You know what I'm saying? Or you're just with everything, with the shits. But the game of life, man. Every now and then I got to come back on this topic, because that's the overall essence of everything, right? Life, living, maintaining, gaining, growing, losing, can't win for nothing. Whatever the situation is, we still got to play, if you like it or not. Because once you're living, you have life. Be in the game of life. You know what I'm saying? It's a crazy game, man. Nowadays, in these times, it's all about Benjamins. Family. Love. Loyalty. That's what they say, right? But look at all the transgressions and everything that goes on in this reality, in this world. But the goal is to win the game of life. Comfortable life, living good, eating good, right? Make your experience a good experience. That's what we all want. How I know? Because when things are good, things are good. Things feel good. And when things go bad, things feel bad. Right? That's the situation that we are all in and we're all a part of. So we have to make the moves. We have to make the right moves in this game of life. Choices, decisions. You know what I'm saying? But then there's rules to this reality. Unspoken rules. You know what I'm saying? But the game of life is someone else, and it's truly true. It's real. Because even if you don't play the game, it will be played. Regardless of what. Life will be lifing, regardless if you're going to play or not. You can just sit still and watch life when time goes by. You can do nothing and watch it goes on as you get older and older. And what is your experience about? Just sitting there getting older? But you got to keep up. Because you can't just sit there. You know what I'm saying? Because even if you're doing good now and you decide to sit still, guess what? Life keeps on lifing. And life keeps on going. And it's more and more. And its cost of living is more and more. And that inflation game. You know, inflation across the board. Hit everybody's pockets. But it's the game of life. What you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's best to play the game. At the same time, life be lifing and you be living, so you get yourself in positions, you know? But you have to watch those positions, I've learned. You have to watch those positions you get yourself in, because you want to be able to grow. You want to give yourself time to grow. You don't want to be stuck. You don't want to be busy. the arguments, the bad life, because when you get in relationships with people when it doesn't work, and it's like you're forcing it, or situations leave you in situations. Life is true to someone else, and life be life, and whatever situation you get yourself in, you gotta handle it accordingly. You gotta be smooth to get out of it, because you can't be stressing, depressing. You're gonna drive yourself crazy. And you can't be crashing out, because you might end up in somewhere crazier where you can't move for shit. But the game of life, man. Play it, don't play it. It's gonna go. So now is how you want to be in this game of life. You want to win this game? You want nothing from this game? You just are content where you at? But first of all, you have to get somewhere, right? Because if you're not moving, you're not going to get nowhere. And if you don't get nowhere, you're not going to go nowhere. And we are going to grow. But how is liberty? How is life? You know what I mean? That's the life you want. You know the life you want to live. You know how you want to live. So you got to play the game accordingly. You got to make the moves accordingly. You learn as you go. And if you're not learning, things going to happen over and over and over. And it's like you're going to be stuck until you see that shit, what's going on, till you learn and see the right moves to take. But for sure, life is always going to be lifing, and it's always going to be inflating. But you can also learn and gain more understanding, and learn who's the players, and learn about time and history, generational history, learn about family, what went on in time. Because as you're moving and as you're grinding, there's so much time we have, but the time is to be handled accordingly, because we have to work, we got to make money, but at the same time we have to learn, and we have to get an understanding so we can grow. And the more you understand, the better you're equipped to roar as you're moving along in this game of life. So there's many facets to this game. You know what I'm saying? Reasons for everything. There's a reason why I talk. Eventually I'm going to see the whole reason. But right now it's just the vibration and the feeling. And you know what I say? We all have thoughts. We all have vibes. We all have feelings. Now you can keep it into yourself and hold on to it. Drive yourself crazy. Or you can let it out and let it out to the world. And YouTube give it that shot. You know what I'm saying? So here we are. CLP holding the vibe. You know what I'm saying? At Conscious 356. And we're taking the time to maintain, vibrating, and analyzing life, and looking at things at a different perspective. Because I'm a historian. I like history. So I'm looking at history at a different perspective, because I'm reading in between the lines. What they gave us, I'm going to accept it, but I'm reading in between the lines and understand that a lot of things went on throughout time. And time is longer than rope. The time just keeps going and going and going. So there were a time before time. As in, there was a history before the American history. And I always wanted to go back and understand that part. The before history, the pre-history, and then the nowadays history that they give us. You know what I'm saying? And it's all a vibration. Because when Bobby Hemmett talk about the Akashic records, it's in our DNA. And our DNA is filled with our family from previous lifetime and previous existence. Is all one in our DNA. And what Bobby Hemmett was explaining, that's the Akashic records of all times. It's within our DNA. It's that library of information of all times. Each individual, each one of us can access it through thought power, through vibrations, intellect. We can access the Akashic records. And I feel like I'm holding the vibe and I'm digging in and understanding that, reading in between the lines and looking at things and critically thinking what's presented to what's happened. And now here we are. We in 2026, you know what I'm saying? And I'm CLP holding the vibe. And this talk is just about the game of life. You know what I'm saying? And I will catch you on the next vibration. Jano Star.